can't.
He pay for it.
I can't.
I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you f***ed up.
Because Lamont Roach can fight, and he thinks he's going to see the better Gervonta Davis, come out this time. I certainly hope we do.
Gervonta Davis confidently declares that he will dominate Lamont Roach in their upcoming rematch, firmly dismissing any speculation of an upset. He places a bold $5 million wager on knocking Roach out an unmistakable display of self. In his abilities, Davis disregards public opinion, suggesting Roach has a genuine shot at victory in the second bout. Beat
his ass for y'all talk. For
I don't
real.
give a
Man, be quiet.
I don't give a y'all was quiet. If y'all was loud,
got the
y'all
whole
was
hood over
fucking
there.
talking about.
Like, twisted up. I don't give a
Y'all
about none
can
of that.
do whatever
I don't care
y'all
about
want.
none of
My
that.
mother, he
I don't
can't
care
stop
about no
nothing
hood,
over
no
here.
none of that.
Not at
I'm
all.
telling you, I'm gonna him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's
y'all
gonna get f***ed up
y'all
over here.
face
What do I look like getting f***ed up?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That shit ain't never gonna stop nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee
I can't.
he pay for it.
I can't.
I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you f***ed up. Look, fool. Hey, fool. This me and you, fool. This me and you, fool.
Tank.
This me and you, fool.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them. They might get you. They gonna trick you out your spot. They gonna trick you out your spot, fool. Don't worry about them.
Come on, stop. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know how I'm coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. So stop it. Y'all gonna make it hard for him. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make it hard for him.
The excitement surrounding this rematch evokes memories of Floyd Mayweather's first encounter with Marcos Maidana. Maidana controlled significant portions of their initial bout, leading many to predict he would triumph in the rematch. However, in the second fight, Floyd adjusted his tactics and effortlessly outclassed Maidana. A similar storyline could play out between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. Roach appeared dominant in their first meeting, and public opinion has since tilted in his favor. Yet Davis is renowned for his ability to adapt. Now, he has a second opportunity to correct past mistakes and reshape the narrative to his advantage.
YouTube, we're back again with some more boxing news in the boxing world. Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach for the rematch is on the horizon and will be happening this year, and it will be happening very, very soon. This is the thing, YouTube. If y'all agree with me on what I'm about to tell y'all, I want y'all to throw the thumbs up, because this is what's gonna happen. If y'all remember the Mayweather and Maidana match, where everybody thought Maidana beat Mayweather in the first match when they fought each other, like he dominated him, he beat him. Same thing goes here. Lamont Roach, everybody's saying that he dominated Gervonta Davis, but this is not going to happen in the rematch. Gervonta Davis is going to dominate Lamont Roach. If y'all agree with me on what I'm telling y'all, this is just like the Mayweather-Maidana fight. I'm trying to tell you. Lamont Roach is going to lose in the rematch, and that's a guarantee. That's not a prediction. That is a spoiler. If y'all agree with me, throw a thumbs up. And if you ain't got Eat Up Keeps the News, subscribe.
After the controversial outcome of their first encounter, Gervonta Davis made significant changes to his training camp. He hired a new coach to sharpen his techniques and instill renewed discipline. This move was not merely strategic, it was personal, a step toward eliminating distractions and achieving complete focus. Davis is determined to correct every mistake that allowed Roach to build momentum. The incorporation of new training methods highlights Davis's dedication to redemption, not just showing up, but proving a point. He is training with intensity, preparing for every possible scenario inside the ring.
Yo, what's going on, fight fans? Check it out. It looks like Gervonta Davis has a new coach. Now, this is Coach Mustafa. He's a well-known coach down in the Atlanta area, and it looks like he's starting to train with him. I know he has that upcoming rematch coming up. It looks like it's slated for June. Now, this coach is known for his working on timing, precision, accuracy. Those are some of the things that this coach is well known for. He's also been training Tevin Farmer for his past 2 fights. Now, what does this mean for Tank? Is he leaving Coach Kyle and Coach Kenny, or is he adding Coach Mustafa to the team? Is it smart to switch trainers so close to a fight? Let me know what y'all think down in the comments below.
This is more than just another bout, it's the most talked about rematch of the year. Lamont Roach stands as the only fighter in recent memory to truly test Gervonta Davis, their previous clash left fans with more questions than answers. Was Roach simply lucky, or is he genuinely the better fighter? The rematch promises resolution. Audiences are eager to see whether Roach can replicate or even surpass his performance, or if Davis will reclaim his dominance. The stakes are enormous, and both fighters understand what's at risk: reputation, legacy, and pride.
Promoter Gary Jonas shed some light on the negotiations for the rematch. While he didn't give too many details, Jonas did say that the second bout between Davis and Roach Jr. is all but finalized. Let's hear what he got to say right now.
Important question on everyone's mind: how close is the rematch? How big will it be? How close is it to getting done?
Very close. It's in my mind, it's a done deal, but there are formalities, but it's a done deal, and it's not far off.
Lamont Roach continues to lead with humility, faith, and unwavering determination. His calm demeanor stands in stark contrast to the typical pre-fight bravado. Roach doesn't depend on flash. Instead, he allows his relentless work ethic to speak. Volumes he trains diligently, trusts in his preparation, and believes his journey is guided by a higher purpose. Even as the spotlight intensifies, his mindset has remained steady. That level of mental resilience has carried him through obstacles and propelled him to this elite stage. Roach is prepared, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally.
Who am I here with today?
Lamont Roach Jr.
I don't know who you are, man. What do you do for a living?
And I box.
How long have you been boxing for?
I've been boxing since I was 9 years old, so 20 years.
How old were you when you made your first million?
I was 29.
You've made some money. What's the best piece of advice about money you've received throughout your career?
Save that money gonna save you.
Has there ever been one experience where you spent too much money than you thought you should have, that you regret?
That I regret? No, but
No?
there's been a lot of times where I shouldn't have spent as much money as I did.
Is there one piece of advice that now that you've been boxing for a couple of years, you could tell your younger self about boxing?
My advice to my younger self would be keep going. You're gonna end up exactly where you're supposed to be at. As long as you work hard, put your faith in God, and you just keep pushing.
What made you really stand out as a boxer?
My hard work, determination to be the best.
Is there one boxer that you think inspires you the most with your play style?
I take bits and pieces from all boxers, even some of my opponents and stuff like that.
Anyone specifically?
No, not necessarily.
What keeps you motivated to keep pushing hard still?
It's definitely hard for me to give up because I know what's at stake. I know what can happen. I know what can happen with hard work. But if I ever feel like giving up, my motivation would be my son, my family, the ones who behind me 100%. They've been down at the bottom with me, so they coming up top with me.
Where can they find you on social media, man?
1of1X.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you, bro.
The verbal exchanges have intensified, but in the end, words mean nothing once the bell rings. The rematch is where truths are exposed and reputations are either built or broken. All the online debates and interview soundbites will fade into silence when the punches begin to land. This fight will serve as the final verdict. Fans, critics, and both camps may hold strong opinions, but none of them compare to what unfolds in the ring. When it's all said and done, the better man will be unmistakably clear for everyone to see.
I just want to know, when is the rematch going to happen at this point? Because I'm not going to lie, for it to be a whole month later and y'all still arguing over who actually won, it's just really like, okay, yeah, run it back, because we got to go ahead and settle this, squabble this up. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to say neither fighter in here is shitty, okay? Because after the fight I seen on March 1st, yeah, they both was tagging shit, both getting up with each other, okay? I feel like this is the perfect match. If anybody's gonna do a rematch, you need to be down, period. And Gervonta was stinging him. I'm not gonna lie, he was stinging him. Great fight for him. But I'm not gonna lie, he came out knowing what he was trying to do. Y'all have to give it to him. Like, y'all just be hating, okay? Y'all can't get in the ring and fucking fight. Y'all just be hating. At least I'm giving them no day props, okay? Because Gervonta had a great fight. Don't get me wrong. My money was on him. But I think what messed him up was the fact that when he came out, y'all know he usually be 2 steps ahead. He was 3 steps ahead. I feel like he already had Tank figured out. And he definitely was not expecting that. And him, on the other hand, I think he came in really having something to prove. I'm not going to lie, y'all. Like, it was a really good fight. And I feel like this is how I see it. In the beginning of the fight, he was stinking, back to back, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the fight, that's when he finally kicked it up. But I seen consistency through him through the whole fight. I'm not gonna lie, like, so I just feel like the rematch should happen because never know. He might, now that he was 3 steps ahead, become 8 steps ahead, and he might really knock his butt down. But at the end of the day, it's like, we need this rematch because I don't think this is ever gonna be a dispute that is settled and, you know, officially he won, he lost until they fight. Like, we gotta see it.
After facing doubt and criticism, Gervonta Davis is stepping into the ring with something to prove. Questions surrounding his focus, drive, and sharpness have only intensified his motivation. He's training relentlessly, determined to dominate, and silence any claims that he's past his prime. Aware that critics thrive on signs of weakness, Davis is working to close every gap Roach previously exposed. His training camp is focused, technical, and fiercely intense. Davis isn't just seeking a victory, he's aiming to make a statement.
Everybody really think Tank go take the L. I've been seeing it. They said it's over. They think that this time Lamont go in more confident, knowing that basically he can, really take it to Tank. Yeah, I want him to go in there confident. He's very skilled. Go in there confident. Because you gonna go up against a different Tank, like I told y'all in previous videos. He gonna go in there confident, thinking he could walk Tank down. Don't forget, with Tank, if he get you on that button, them lights going off. I don't care who you is. Remember how it ended up with Frank Martin? So yeah, don't go in there thinking that you going against like somebody that, like Ryan Garcia, somebody that's gonna fold. You going against Gervonta Tank Davis. And I think that confidence is what's gonna get Lamont dropped. Because one thing I will say, with Tank, that wasn't your best fight against Lamont, bro. I feel like you was in your head too much. You was overconfident, and you was really just, your mind was in y'all story, the lore and everything with y'all history. You ain't going there like, I'm fighting a stranger. You going there like, oh, this Lamont. This from the same camp. We from the same area. But now I think that whole situation woke him up. Because you got to think, Tank not used to losing. He not used to people being against him. He not used to being the one that, like, got to step back from the situation. That's why I think he being hushed right now. Because when he come this time, it ain't no talking. And that's why I think it's scary, because we never see Tank in that mode where he don't say a word. I think this gonna be a different Tank. And what's crazy is Tank used to be like that in the beginning. Like when he was with Floyd, like, I'm talking about Tank with the fade, with the waves, bro. He ain't used to be on that showboat and stuff until he got, like, a little bit more in the boxing, thing. Of course, once you with Floyd, you gonna start being flashy and doing backflips off the ring. But in his beginning stages, dude wasn't playing. He was dropping I think that's what he about to go to, bro. And we know that people like, man, did he take Calvin off his team? Nah, like he said, Calvin, his boy. I think he's just rocking with somebody else right now to get him some sharper skills, to change up his skill and what people know him by. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I think Tank go take it to Lamont. And that's not me being biased. I think we ain't ever seen Tank like this before.
Roach has displayed nothing but discipline and unwavering focus in the lead-up to this rematch. He fully grasps the gravity of the moment and the danger Davis still presents. Unlike those who might coast on the momentum of a single performance, Roach is approaching this bout as an entirely new war. He's not overconfident, he's vigilant. He's studying Davis's adjustments, fine-tuning his own strategy, and preparing for every possible outcome. That level of awareness and professionalism speaks to the maturity of a fighter who is not only technically skilled, but also mentally elite. Keyshawn Davis added an angle many fans hadn't considered. He questioned Gervonta's passion for boxing, suggesting that the hunger might be fading. In stark contrast, Roach appears more inspired than ever. That mental imbalance could prove decisive. Keyshawn implied that the emotional investment between the two fighters may not be equal. And in a sport where inner fire often fuels victory, that distinction matters. If Gervonta harbors doubts or lacks complete passion, it could give Roach a psychological edge. The contrast between one fighter seemingly peaking and the other potentially plateauing adds tension, drama, and unpredictability to the rematch.
Do you think he wins that rematch with Lamont Roach?
I don't know, honestly. I really don't know. It's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. I don't know, honestly. I really don't know.
Does a lot of it hinge on Gervonta and like which version he shows up with? And no disrespect to Roach, but you know what I mean.
No, that is disrespectful to Roach, and like y'all fight fans gotta realize that is disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like he in there fighting another grown man that ain't going for none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you don't think Roach is gonna come with another game plan or something better or this, that, and third. So when they had a rematch, are y'all still gonna say, oh, Take's still not his full self ever since he fought whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like Roach is a hell of a fighter. He proved he was a hell of a fighter, so he need to get that credit. He's a hell of a fighter. I don't know who's gonna win that rematch. I honestly feel like Tank is losing love for the sport or he lost the love for the sport and he's no longer hungry anymore.
Well, that's what I was getting at.
Yet you got a guy that's just super hungry and never had no attention, now getting all his attention, and now he get around two of his attention. Is like shit, that's kind of hard to beat. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Tank is he's still a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's 50-50. And to your point, we were saying, okay, he lost love of the sport. I don't really think Canelo got the same love he had for the sport when he was coming up.
Davis has enlisted Kenny Alisa, respected figure in the training world, to help address
Kenny
every
Ellis,
weakness
a respected
and
name in the
refine
training
his
world.
approach. Ellis is known for his strict routines, meticulous attention to detail, and emphasis on psychological preparation. Under his guidance, Davis is correcting technical flaws, enhancing his stamina, and developing a sharper mental game. Ellis isn't just training Davis physically, he's helping him think more strategically in the ring. Their growing chemistry may be the key to Gervonta reclaiming his dominance. This new version of Davis is more balanced, more disciplined, and far more dangerous. Stay tuned in. Till next time.